The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Chargers and the Cowboys, next on EA Sports.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. After this, the games count for real. Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, back in the day, it was 6 preseason games, then 4, now 3. So here we are. This one, the last tune-up before the regular season gets going.
Yeah, and I know it's easy to start looking ahead to the regular season, and of course there's an excitement that comes when the games get real, but for so many players on these rosters, this is where careers and opportunities are made.
Final dress rehearsal before the regular season gets started in a couple of weeks' time. And off we go here in the NFL preseason finale. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, here's Milton. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He'll try and throw with Milton. Open man, right side. He's got it. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Cowboys.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. I mean, you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences. It's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early third down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll run it with Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a second and 9. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Working out of the gun is Milton. 12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Throwing on first and 10 is Milton. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Throwing again is Milton. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, Cowboys. Milton going to look to throw it again. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out. They'll be let out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from Florida State.
These preseason games, Mike, they could be a little bit tricky for so many guys on the roster. It's just check the box. It's one more step to getting to the regular season. But for these young quarterbacks, you just can't place enough value on how important these game reps are. And here for a young quarterback who's looking to prove his worth to potentially being the starting quarterback week 1, how does he command the huddle? How does he manage a game-like atmosphere? Until you put him under the bright lights, you just don't know the answers to the questions.
On the zone read, here's Harris. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Harris. Down the sideline, past the 40. A gain of 16 yards. First down, LA.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
And he's down at the 3. What a run.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of shore tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
That one taken in. Ladd McConkey. Touchdown, Chargers. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Give up the middle to Harris. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Milton. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action. Now it's Milton. That's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on the guard, Zion Johnson. Back to throw. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. They run it over center with Harris. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing, Milton. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Milton. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he will have a Cowboys 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Here's a toss as they look to run. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. To the air, it's Milton. The ball comes out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that'll set up 4th down. That one's on target, and it is good! From the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Coming free is Conklin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A give, and here comes Harris. He'll work forward for a couple. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. 3rd down, 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milton. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Milton. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll fake the give, and now it's Milton. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there for the stop. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end Conklin. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. On the handoff, it's Harris. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the Chargers. To return, it is Turpin. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Milton. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the play fake, it's Milton. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that will lead to a 2nd down. To the air once more is Milton. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. We'll try and throw with Milton. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Conklin goes in motion. They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. 3rd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm, being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Johnston motioning over. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Now a screen set up for Harris. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Conklin goes in motion. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are able to get it back within a score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. Milton to the air on 2nd down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
What a great job in this game by the defensive coordinator, continuing to put his players in position to succeed. And boy, have they taken advantage of it. But on the other side, they got to do something different. They got to bring in some extra blockers. They got to change up and go max protection. They have to give their quarterback a little bit of time, or else they've got no shot.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Chargers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. That's the rookie from Georgia. It's Lad McConkey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
On comes the punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A give, and here comes Williams. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Milton. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. To the air on 3rd down is Milton. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. On the handoff, here's Harris running right. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Johnston motioning over. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. He'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's a designed run. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. He gets this one complete to Johnston. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Lad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Now, this looks like a design run. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He pulls it in around the 5. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers will cut the lead down to 4.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, here's Milton. He keeps it himself. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Milton. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a give left side to Harris. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's going to run it. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Harris. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Pass caught right side by Conklin. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. There is his tight end, Disley. And he'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. On the give, it's Harris. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the zone read, here's Harris. And he'll take this down to about the 15. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Harris. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers cut the deficit down to 1. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Milton. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. Throwing on second down is Milton. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. We'll try and throw with Milton. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Give up the middle to Harris. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a second and 6. Back to the air one more time. That is brought in. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line. Conklin goes in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. They send the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with first and 10. From the gun, here's Milton. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is a great look here, Mike, when you have a very versatile tight end, the ability to move him around. He's like the ultimate chess piece. In this snap, he's lined up in the slot. His ability to get downfield and use that big body, when you're going against these zone defenses, oftentimes that's the vulnerability of the coverage. The ball was on time, the ball was accurate, and then his big tight end, he just did the rest.
The open man is Tolbert. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. A short throw caught by Ferguson. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun is Milton. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Milton going to look to throw it again. To the left side, caught by Lamb.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys will cut the lead down to 4. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Coming across, he's got it in the hands of Williams. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Now Milton. Inside the 10, it is caught. He is in. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Miles Sanders. A short gain there to about the 22. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Kevontae Turpin. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Miles Sanders. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Campbell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw again. He's got that complete to Turpin. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Here's a handoff to Sanders. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to something.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's a screen now for Sanders. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. So it is still a 1-score game, but a little more breathing room now. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, a loose football. The Cowboys have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
And this is caught. So an 8-point swing. What a turn here. The fumble return for touchdown, and they tack on 2 more for good measure. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's Lance. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Third and long. Lance looking to throw. A throw to the right flat. It is caught.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down. Now, faking the give. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
A shotgun snap. He'll look, and he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack. Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks. Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. A pistol snap with Lance. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Lance. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That's caught by Rager. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10. To throw, here's Lance. He connects with Disley. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Lance. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Lance. A high throw, but it's reeled in. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he'll take it on in. Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, L.A. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. They look to be on their way to a 2nd win in 3 tries here in the preseason, and they'll begin here with 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. This one is caught by Turpin. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Sending a receiver right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Once again, it's Sanders. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground with Sanders. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Sanders. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They finish the preseason on an up note. And now they'll have a couple of weeks to get ready for the season opener coming in September. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. We'll see you September 5th in Kansas City. The Chiefs and the Ravens in the season opener. Can't wait. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.